What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, you guys? So we are back again for another episode review of Power Book 2 Ghost, Season 2, Episode 2, Selfless Acts. Okay, it was a question mark, so you gotta be like, Selfless Acts? Okay, a question. But anyway, let's just get up into the episode. Girl, so is this what's gonna be happening throughout the whole season? I think we got 8 more episodes of this. Is Tariq gonna be having a dream each episode? Because now it's like his conscience be playing games with him. You know what I'm saying? And so, he running through something trying to go to the furnace, and he talking and calling his mama and all that stuff, whatever. Next thing you know, Kanan pop up. You know what you gotta do, little nigga. I said, wait a minute, don't cry now, little nigga. I'm sitting here like, hold up. At this point, it is already established that 50 Cent is playing himself, all right? This is not Kanan, this is 50 Cent, okay? And basically, like, don't call your mama because you just sent her away. You in this game. You have to grow up. You know what you need to do, okay? Like, let's not play dumb. Throw the stuff away and get rid of the evidence, because he had the phone, he had the coke, he had all of that. And truth be told, for Tariq to be doing this stuff as long as he has been doing this stuff, and not even as long as he's been doing this stuff, because we have to remember Tariq is like what, 19, 20 years old at this point. You've been around your father, you've been around your mother, they taught you this stuff. Don't leave any evidence behind, okay? And as soon as Tasha left, to be honest, I understand that, you wanted to keep in contact with her some way, somehow. Even though she was in witness protection, he should have threw that phone away. Or at least got another SIM card. That's what he should have did, and he shouldn't have been using that phone. He should have had at least two, okay? Because if you're going to do your dirty work with Jabari and all this stuff, you should have put it on another card, okay? Another phone, another SIM card, all of that shit. And we wouldn't be in this situation. Truth be told, you should have just made the body disappear. I just feel like that, But either way, he was done for answering the phone. I'm just going to put that out there. So, moving on from that, he wakes up to somebody knocking on the door, okay? I said, who is this? But he also get a text from Braden that was like, is we still going for, are we still on for putting out the product tomorrow? He texts back, yes, but the constant knocking, and it's so hard on the door, like they finna bust the door open. And it was like Tariq St. Patrick, and I was like, excuse me, what's going on? That sound like the police, okay? He gets up, and he goes ahead and put his phone into the little, hiding space on the, mantle or whatever, and he was like, what's up? And it was like, you Tariq St. Patrick? Yes, come on down to the police station with us. What this for? You will see when we get down there. Now, see, I ain't like the way they did that, okay? Because they had this boy shook a little bit, like, damn, did they catch me up in something? Because I'm literally thinking he in trouble for something. No, we get down there to the police station. Big Mama done had a goddamn car accident because she was drunk driving with Yasmin in the car. Okay, Yasmin in the car, Yasmin sitting there, Tariq, and I was like, oh, this little girl, I feel bad for the child, okay? And here comes Sax out, just being his fake self as it is. He just so happened to be put on this case. Davis put him down there, trying to get the charges reduced or, see what's going on, get Big Mama out. But what made it bad is, even though he's so-called trying to help for the better good, which we know it's not, okay, Yasmin got to go to a foster home for the moment, okay? Because she can't be in custody and in the place of Big Mama, because Big Mama on that sauce. And I need her to get off that sauce, okay? And so at this point, Tariq had to go up in there and talk to her like, what are you doing? You doing all of this stuff with Yasmin up in the car or whatever? You do what you got to do with yourself, but don't do it with my little sister. This the only one that I got. And Big Mama just going down the line. Girl, she looked mess. She looked a mess, okay? I said, Big Mama, you couldn't even have it if you wanted to, because, girl, you look a mess, okay? Big Mama was basically like, I done lost my son-in-law. I done lost my daughter now. I got to take care of this kid. Bitch, I need a goddamn break. So forgive me if I have a drink or two. I said life came at you fast. Understandable. But you also got to be careful with it, Big Mama. That's no excuse. That's no excuse, okay? So, of course, Tariq is upset. He's in his feelings about all of this. And, he do go down there to talk to Davis McClain, about this whole situation. Yasmin had to go to a little foster home. The lady had to tell him, this is a good family. I worked with them for the past few years. And he was like, I'm her only family. Okay, fine. But, don't be mad at Miss Lady, Miss Social Worker, for doing her job. Be mad at Big Mama, And we down there with Davis. And I'm listening to the way that he's talking. He putting on that, oh, I'm so professional and I'm talking right in front of my Caucasian peers and I have to speak so properly. I said, this nigga is playing games, okay? Him and Sax are putting on a show because at one point Sax come up in there and he was like he got the charge reduced or got it so that Big Mama don't have to stay in jail while they waiting for her to go to her hearing. She can go home and wait, okay? But Yasmin still got to stay up in the foster care system until all of this is figured out, because Davis is like, listen, um, that's the one thing that I can't do. You know, you'll have to get somebody that's powerful that got some influence, okay? Meanwhile, he was just trying to tell him like sex ain't no good. That nigga ain't for he ain't no good, all right? He up to no good. He was like, listen, I don't care. Cause she'll be told, me too. All right. You pay us to do what you need to do, and that's all that it is. And I was like, oh, all right, well, you said the truth, but I don't trust this whole situation. I feel like it's a setup. We'll see how that roll out. Okay. Meanwhile, you got Simon Stern is still on this show. Ghost is dead. Tasha is gone. I guess until Tariq leaves, he gonna still be on this show. I said, that is one persistent white man. All right, you better do that, Mr. Simon. Okay. Professor Andrews, if y'all know where they came from, y'all know exactly why I said that. I said, you came from that to this. Look at you. Okay. But he in a meeting with Tate. Tate trying to get him, to get some information on Sweeney, the Democratic congressman that he trying to take his place. Okay. Stern, shut that shit down real quick. Listen, this ain't about you, okay? Don't nobody care about you at this moment. I don't care about this whole situation that you trying to do, but you trying to get some, you back in the spotlight or whatever, because ain't nobody talking about you. So what you need to do is you need to go down to the Stanfield because, it's a whole bunch of drama that's going on right about now with all these police cases and these bodies popping up. I need you to go down there, get some heat on you, like a little bit of attention. You being this high profile person, being up there, being a little professor in ethics, okay? And then I need you to look at the canonical studies, and that should be a little incentive for you. I said, what? Girl, it's Professor Carrie. Miss Carrie, baby. It's her face up there. I was like, what? So that was the determining factor for him to go ahead and accept, because he was like, basically, she fine. I said, so y'all basically using the women like as if he's supposed to sleep with the girl. Girl, I said, she might just do it because she a sex addict, but shit. I said, I ain't like the way that happened, all right? Meanwhile, when they do pop up there, he was talking his talk and she really wasn't trying to go for it, but he said, what's her name? Carradine or something like that. She was like, that's Professor Milgram for you, okay? I said, girl, he gonna be calling you Carrie in a minute, all right? Stop playing. You know how you are. Meanwhile, she in her feelings about the whole situation, okay? The fact that he finna be teaching on this ethics thing, like, you're not even an English teacher. Why are you with this ethics program? Why are you teaching anyway? It's a mess, it's for stunts and shows at this point. Meanwhile, Kevin, the Whitmore, the freaking detective, then found her little therapist, okay? And basically telling her that patient confidentiality shit, you got to tell the cops what's going on. We supersede that shit. Are y'all involved in some criminal stuff? She was like, no, bitch, that ain't it. I'm her sponsor, okay? And he was like, what you sponsoring? You got to tell me everything, or you can go down there to the cops, okay? Either you can tell me, or we can take you down to the station. I said, I bet you that bitch finna tell him. I bet you she finna break code and tell him. You know what? She liked to have sex, okay? And Jabari was one of the ones that just got her fucked up. That's basically what I bet you she finna say, because he said, tell me something about her relationship with Jabari, okay? Meanwhile, let me get to this whole situation with Lil Guap and Kane. Kane is coming out of the store. He coming out of the bodega, okay? With Lil Guap. Now, Kane, I don't think you thought this through by putting Lil Guap on your team or whatever. I know the reason why, because he came after you, so you took out his boys or whatever, and so you said, bitch, you gonna be my bitch, okay? And he is on social media. He is being true to form, okay? When we first saw Lil Guap last season, he kept on live streaming everything that they was doing. I did not understand that, okay? Why are we in this time and age where the police are literally using your location, using the stuff that you're doing, and sometimes you can slip up and have stuff in the background, and that can be used as evidence, and you don't realize it against you. You are implicating yourself. Okay, even Kane asks, "Why are you doing this?" Okay, he asking him, "What candy bar should I freaking eat?" I said, "Bitch, eat both of them." Okay, what the fuck? He get a phone call. All right, so he trying to figure out where Kane finna go. Okay, Kane didn't tell him. He get a phone call or a text message from Mecca telling him to come to his spot. So Mecca in his spot is nice with a chef there and everything. I said, "This is nice." I was like, "All right, Mecca." Now, Mecca, I need to know your background, cause Mecca, can I get on the payroll? Because listen, that look nice or whatever. But at the same time, I was like, Kane, you real confident to come up in there by yourself, okay? But he tested him. Because Mecca was like, listen, it was real cute or whatever that you did that shit, at the hangar, you kind of showing off or whatever. But I don't think you ready for this jelly, okay? I don't think you ready for the street life that I'm trying to do or whatever. I'm trying to build an organization, okay? I don't know, okay? Who you trying to impress? Me or somebody else, okay? Because what's this whole situation with your moms and all this stuff where Kay was like, listen, I was born into this. I know how to do this. My mama keep on trying to get my daddy out. Truth be told, because Mecca brought up the daddy and said here for lifer. He was like, damn, nigga, you know all my shit. Read it down to me. You did the book report. But he was like, he ain't never coming out, okay? And mama needs to understand that she getting a little bit too big for her britches, okay? This little getting power hungry, okay? And he was putting a gun together, and he gave it to Kane and basically said, I'm gonna give you this opportunity to impress me. I'm gonna give you a little thing to do. And at this point, he looked at the security camera. Why is Guap downstairs and he has the phone still up? And I noticed that the direction, I said, this nigga still on live. This is still on live. I said, how come your battery ain't ran out yet? Because when you do that shit, I'm pretty sure he on LTE and all that stuff. How come your battery ain't ran out yet? Okay. And he gets up there because Mecca said, let him up. This bitch is coming through the door. First of all, he's in the penthouse. Because the elevator opened right into the thing. I said, that's the penthouse floor. So he come in and he's still on live. And I'm sitting here like, you know who you with. And you know Mecca. You was with him before or wherever, so you know that this nigga is in the game some way, somehow, and you don't do no stuff like this. Why are you on live? And at this point, he talked about, so look at this house. I was waiting for him to turn the camera around and put it on Kane and put it on Mecca. I said, wow, just blow up the spot. I was so here for Mecca taking Lil Guap and breaking every finger in his hand, and then probably broke the hand too, and told him to get that little street clown out of here because I'm not here for this shit. I said, this motherfucker is just, oh, it just pissed me off. I said, niggas, why we gotta be niggas everywhere, okay? Child, Monet is really pushing this boy to go to the draft. Zeke, okay? Zeke really ain't got a mind of his own, and he is so easily moldable, and it is just really pathetic at this point. Um, she told him they had a little press conference. He said, listen, I enjoy Stanfield, but listen, I'm about to go to the draft, okay? And all the stuff that happened off court or whatever is all to the good, all right? Monet said, are you sure that you tied up everything that's off court? Meaning Carrie, okay? And, he was like, okay, cool, that's what it is, we good. Meanwhile, Brayden, he pissed off at Tariq because they were supposed to been made the drop or whatever for this their usual drop, okay? And Tariq just been busy and he felt like he was blowing him off or whatever. He holding the stash at his daddy house in the country or whatever. And so Tariq was like, just calm down. I was just going through a whole bunch of family stuff. Big mama got locked up and all this stuff. And Gasman, all this issue. But he let Brayden take charge of this situation for right now. Brayden was surprised, okay? I was too, because I don't trust this little boy, all right? For the most part, he cool, but he a little too sketchy. Not sketchy, but too little frantic and eager to do stuff. And people like that, they easily can make a mistake. Meanwhile, he was on his phone with his brother. His brother basically trying to make him pledge Kappa, okay? It's a family tradition. His daddy did it. He did it. And Braden is not trying to do that, okay? Braden in the drug game, you know, he liked this excitement of what's going on. He ain't trying to get into no Kappa shit. No offense, no fraternities and stuff like that. That's not his thing, all right? He like what he's doing now. Um, Monet, she back at the bar, okay? She got this guy coming up in there trying to get an estimate on, you know, what he can do with the windows. Because remember when the windows got shot out, and that's when Drew got shot himself, okay? And so she trying to fix stuff because they losing money with the bar being closed because they can't clean their money. This is how they clean the money, you know, through the bar, all right? So they got to get some new bars up in there. They got to get some new windows up in there. The guy said, I don't know how soon I can get it done because I got this big project that's being done in Astoria and I can't pull no men's off of there. She told him to go to the back and look at the windows back there. Basically, it's an incentive, probably some money or whatever to, you know, be like, come on, let's go ahead. And at this point, Diana was up there, basically was like, you know, she needs to go to, she doing the books and she understands most of the stuff that's going on, but she feel like she'd be better if she went to school, okay? Y'all know Monet is so against school at this point because she don't want her being in the drug game and then being in school. She don't think that she can handle it all. She think that it's a big mistake. I honestly don't. And I feel as though she feels if she goes to school, she gonna lose her. She's gonna not want to do what she wants her to do. She's gonna lose control of her. And she feel like, oh, don't tell me that you're trying to go up there to Stanfield to be next to Tariq. Diana was like, no, girl, okay, I want to get an MBA so that I can get this accounting stuff because, listen, if we going to be following Tariq, Zeke around or whatever, people be taking advantage of these basketball players. And if I know the ins and the outs, I can help him with his money and everything else so we can be good, okay? This is beneficial to us, you know what I'm saying? So it goes from that to her focusing on, like, listen, you want to do that, but it's all to the good, but that ain't it right now, okay? And definitely not trying to get up there to be with Tariq, because Tariq ain't the one that you want to settle down with. You know what I'm saying? He's not the one that you go passion with, you know, link up with, and that's going to be a for life for you. He ain't that one, okay? He is out for self, you know? Mind you, she had a little flashback because somebody drove past playing New Edition, Stand the Rain, and this old car looked like from the 80s or whatever. And apparently it's her anniversary to Tejada, you know, Lorenzo, okay? And so she got a little sentimental just a bit, but you know, I just feel like she needs to loosen the reins against Diana and trust that girl because you're going to push her to go against you if you keep on holding her back as hard as she's doing, okay? I can see that happening. Mommy, you pushing her into the arms of Tariq. Even though we know that is not the good fit for her, you pushing her there, okay? Meanwhile, speaking of Tariq, he coming to the canonical studies class and he see Carrie and freaking Tate. He looking like what? Him and Tate looking at each other like, what? You? Wait a minute, what the hell? So, you know, they introduced him. This motherfucker was getting up there and was about to give out his Twitter. He said, follow me on Twitter. I said, Now, you're supposed to be our professor for the day or for this time being. I'm not about to follow. I got to look at you at school already. I ain't finna follow you on Twitter, okay? Like, nah, we ain't finna do that, okay? I'm not trying to get your numbers up. Meanwhile, they talking about having selfless acts. Are they beneficial or are there really any selfless acts? And you know, some of the students are saying yes and most of them are saying basically no because everything is for a gain. And that's what, you know, Tate came through and basically said it's basically you do for me and I do for you, okay? So at this point Tariq gets to thinking like he goes down there and he talks to Tate after the class and basically like, what can I do for you? Because I need some help. My little sister in the foster care system, and I need you to get her out, okay? What you need to do. What can I do for you? Because this is that whole thing about, you know, you do for me, I do for you. And I was like, the way that they make the titles of this show, it's always the subject matter of what they're going to be discussing in the class. Have you noticed that? And then that comes into play of how they're building up the episode, right? So at this point, he was basically like, you know, some Westmores or whatever. like Trace and Braden and them, okay? And he was like, sure, I do. I hope I said the name right, Westmore, or whoever. Either way, y'all know who we're talking about. And he was like, cool, yeah, I do. And he was like, all right, cool, we could see how this gonna work, okay? I said, oh, so he gonna link him up with that because he need to get through them to get to Sweeney, okay? Because, Stern did tell him that they cool, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna see how that play out. Meanwhile, Professor Carey, baby, you need to guard yourself, okay? I need you to be safe because that lady then either snitched on you about what y'all be talking about with Jabori, or she just kept it quiet and told Miss Hannah, that's her name. She texted Carrie and was like, listen, girl, you're going to have to find another sponsor because this ain't going to happen. You're going to have to find something else because shit is just going on and I just can't take this shit. Police knocking at my door. I ain't even do nothing. I'm trying to figure out what's happening, okay? I'm just trying to live and make a legal limit, okay? I said, oh, I know that's right. Get out while you can because you ain't trying to get into some shit that you don't know nothing about. Meanwhile, you got Zeke up in there trying to help out Drew with his not basketball. He's using basketball to try to help him get his function back, get his movement back and build it back up, you know what I'm saying, his endurance since he's been shot. And so, this gets into the whole situation of whether or not Zeke is ready to go to the league. And, Zeke is basically saying, I mean, yeah, but I'm going to be leaving some things behind in Stanfield that I'm going to like, people that I like, talking about Carrie. I said, get over it, boy. Get over it, okay? But at the same time, Drew slip up. Well, he ain't slip up. He said it on purpose too. He said, listen, we're going to be leaving people behind too. And he was like, what you mean leaving people behind? Listen, mama basically using your ass, okay? So we thought that this was just you trying to get up in the draft. Now she using this as a way to get out the game, okay, for good. So wherever you going to go, she going to go. That's basically what's going on. Meanwhile, you got I guess Zeke, that dumb look on his face, he realized that, baby, I'm being played. Yes, you are, okay? And then this sports agent type of dude, slick talker, come in. I've been trying to talk to you, at the press conference, and yeah, look me up, and I can help you with your future endeavors. I said, throw that shit away. Throw that away, because if you come, let me just tell you something. You come at me like that, I'ma automatically think that you on some scamming type stuff. You can be legit as ever, but you come to me the way that he came to her. He came to Zeke, that sports agent. No, that would have turned me off. That would have turned me off because I would have just thought you was fake, okay? And you just looking for dollar signs. That's all you looking. Meanwhile, Tariq get called up into the office by Kevin Whitmore, okay? Kevin, listen. Detective Kevin then pulled him over there into the office and was trying to question him in Jabari's office at that, okay? Trying to question him about what has he seen. Did he hear anything? Because he was one of the last people that saw him at the school. One of the teachers that had a teacher-student thing at the school or whatever with him. And so he was like, no, I ain't hear nothing. I ain't seen nothing. But I did hear a rumor, whatever, about, Professor Carey and him having some type of things going on. And when we was at dinner at so-and-so house, Lauren's house, they was in a heated ass argument. And I didn't know what was going on. It was like a lover's quarrel. I said, bitches, they trying to... He talked to the therapist. Now he talking to Tariq, and Tariq saying, them two had something going on. I said, bitch, they trying to put this shit on her, okay? And that's exactly what was going on when Tariq met up with Kane, okay? Kane is sweating bullets about this whole thing. He don't want to get found out. I don't understand. Like, I was looking at Rock's video for last week's review, and she was right. Nigga, you got so many bodies on you. What is it about this one in particular that got you sweating bullets? Okay, I just don't understand it. But all right, Braden went down there to go to Effie because that's where he was supposed to be dropping the stuff off. Effie in there trying to get her sex on with this girl, okay, this soccer player. I said, oh, that was kind of sensual. I like seeing these minorities together. That was really nice, okay? It was cute or whatever. Braden give her the stuff. And as he driving along, you got Trace calling him. Next thing you know, Effie calls him and basically was like, the product has been stepped on. Meaning it's mixed with something. It's not pure. It's garbage, okay, at this point. I said, oh, shit, what happened? Is it on Braden's fault or whose fault is this? So now he's panicking. He got to come back and he got to call Tariq. And Tariq's not answering because he with Kanan. He over there with Kane or whatever. And he finally looks at the text messages or whatever, and it's like a 911. Okay, like you have to come down here now. Okay, so he leaves. He had something to take care of. That's what he told Kane. Kane's still a little bit suspicious. Okay. Meanwhile, we get this thing with we could have done without this sex scene, okay? It could have been another way that y'all could have said, you know, the girl that's on the case or whatever, working the Jabari case, and that Tariq is on the list because he's one of his Jabari was his advisor or whatever with Sax, okay? Because I didn't need to see that. Sax do be getting it in. Sax do look like he know what he doing just a little bit. I give him credit for that, but just because I don't like him, I don't need to see that, okay? So now he like, damn, what the fuck, okay? Tariq is involved in this somehow, some way, always some shit with this little boy. Mind you, they said they also got somebody else, Professor Carey. Come to find out, Carrie also used to be in a prosecutor. She used to be on a prosecutor before she left and went down there to teach at Stanfield. And then she the one that brought Jabari on. So, you know, I said, bitch, I ain't know that. So that's how she kind of knew Kevin. Okay, Detective Kevin. I said, bitch, it's all coming together. All right, Carrie, they trying to put this shit on you. You looking suspicious now and you ain't even do shit. So Miss Effie, she outside, you know, talking to whoever it is that's supposed to be exchanging the product with her. Baby, another little white girl. I said, what is going on? Like, these ain't the drug dealers that I grew up looking at, okay? They getting younger and paler each and every day. Jesus Christ, okay? I said, this is different. This is different. All right. They get into it. They get into a little tussle, you know, about the drugs and all that. And I'm just like, this don't make no sense. Effie had tried to pull out a gun, and you know, it was a guy that was standing there for the other girl. He knocked it out her hand. Him and Brady get into a fight. The girl is getting beat up by Effie, and it's just a mess at this point. I said a mess. She up in there. Next thing you know, they back at her dorm room. Tariq finally show up with Diana because he went over there to her, talk about some, you want to come take a ride with me to New Haven. She was like, that's 2 hours away. Girl, of course she gonna jump on it. You know, they realized that, bitch, the product has been stepped on. And not only has it been stepped on, baby, there is no product. They got powdered sugar. I said, nigga, it just reminded me of Don't Be a Menace in South Central Rap, drinking your juice in the hood, where we thought Low Dog was up there, you know, making the cake, making some drugs or whatever, bitch, and he was actually making the cake. That's what all I was thinking about. Okay, I said powdered sugar. I said, y'all don't do the little taste or whatever. That's what I see up in the movies all the time. Girl, I don't know nothing about the drug life, okay? Please don't come for me. You know, I may he got it wrong or whatever, but baby, I don't do that stuff, okay? I leave that to whoever. But baby, I said, don't y'all test it or have a tester or whatever? Because this shouldn't have got past Monet Beach, okay? Come to find out, I was like, yes, I forgot. This stuff is from Monet. Because at one point, I was thinking, since Braden had put the stuff in the country house at the family house, what if Trace had found it and then, you know, switched the products out? That's what I was thinking. At least one brick, you know what I'm saying? You know, and wrapped it back up. But then I said, he ain't that smart, okay? He ain't that smart, so he couldn't do it. So she sneaked back up in the house. Jules like, Mama looking for you. Monet come down there, and Diana had to tell her, listen, they just switched the stuff out. She said, girl, I guess we gonna be having some dessert. And she just laughed and walked away. I was like, that's it? You give Diana more flavor and fever to for trying to go talk to Tariq or whatever, go see Tariq, than this, your product. You know, this is the whole thing, you know, with Rico, okay? Y'all remember Rico. Rico was the guy, I guess, that she killed earlier. I think it was last season. It was last season. Was it Jackie Lone's character? And they took the product, okay? And so she was like, he was probably setting her up all along this whole time. He knew, okay? So now they got to correct this whole thing. And at this point, I feel like she just in this mode like, bitch, I can't even get mad at it. Let me just go ahead. Okay, you got me. You got me. Even from the dead, bitch, you got me. All right, cool. Meanwhile, Drew outside looking at his Instagram, and he notices that his little boy Everett, you know, I think that's his ex-boo. He was liking his pictures. He go on his profile. Baby, I know about that, okay? You just be looking like, damn, either we could have been something. We could have had something, and you fucked it up. I said, "Po Drew. Drew just want a normal life. Talk about somebody that's been dragged into something against their will, okay, and scared to get out of it, but has the desire and the will to get out of it, but just scared. Can't pop up on him. He let him take him to the gun range, and he was teaching him how to shoot. He's a right-handed person. His right hand is messed up, so he was like, shoot with your left hand. I'm not a lefty, it don't matter, okay. And he was discouraged at first because the bullet missed the whole paper, okay, but then it hit outside the target, but it still hit the paper. And then the third time it hit the freaking target. I said, see, all it takes is a little practice. A little practice never hurt nobody. And he gets to talking about, they just talking about what's going on, and how the situation is going with the mama with Monet, and told him about the powdered sugar, and they need a new connect. And of course, this is Kane's way to come in and be like, yeah, I got this connect, what's up. And so of course Drew is gonna take that to her. Meanwhile, Zeke, I'm sitting here like, Zeke, why are you over here at Carrie's house again? I knew exactly where he was going. I said, get out of that woman's house. Just leave her alone, please, before she gets you in trouble. Baby, he came over there trying to break up with her, okay? And she was like, cool. Now, see, my feelings would have been all the way hurt because she took that a little bit too smoothly for me. Listen, because I'm finna into the draft and everything, just want to let you know that I gotta think it's best that we let this go. You know what I'm saying? Oh, for real? I mean, it is what it is. It was fun, and I'll see you later. Have a good time. That's basically how Carrie was, bitch. My mouth would have been shivering, bitch. I would have cried right outside the door. You ain't gonna get no tears out of me in front of you, but bitch, as soon as that door closed, I'm gonna bust out crying. Like, that bitch really was just playing me for my sex. Are you serious? Like, I said, Z, get up out of there. Meanwhile, I already knew. I knew Kevin was going to be out there watching, okay? And got her caught up a little bit. He come up in there basically trying to ask why Zeke was there, why you didn't tell me nothing about your relationship with Jabari and the timeline and all this stuff. Where was you at on the night of the murder and all this? And I'm sitting here like, what is going on? He going a little bit too hard on Carrie. It just feels like a vendetta. And then Carrie was like, is this because of what happened between me and you? I said, oh, she broke his heart. She broke his heart, probably fucked around with another man, and probably was never in love with him because Carrie got bodies, okay? She got bodies. Not those dead bodies, but she got bodies. You know what I'm saying? And he can't let it go because it's coming off like that. And I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? He basically trying to blame it on her. And she was like, listen, during that time, I was here in my home. Oh, you can't use that as an alibi because you ain't got no witness. Bitch, I was here with Zeke. Oh, okay, you was up here fucking a student. Like, he looked disgusted when she said that she was up in there with Zeke. I said, bitch, I would have felt some type of way too, okay? Like, you left me for a young child, okay? Technically, that's what he is. He's still a kid, okay? I don't care if he's 19, 20 years old. He ain't an adult in my eyes. He a young adult, but he ain't no real adult, okay? Baby, I was just sitting here like, this is a mess. He is over it. Girl, he trying to put this mess on Carrie. Like, Carrie, because Carrie said, I ain't got to answer no questions, bitch. You got to get my lawyer. Oh, we don't need all that, but you just need to corroborate your statement. And if Zeke can't corroborate that, yeah, you might as well get that lawyer, okay? I said, oh, you are so bitter. The bitterness is coming off of you, and it tastes tart, okay, Kevin? I don't like it. I just have an issue with, no offense, white men coming at black women a certain way, okay? A particular show kind of like tarnished that shit for me, and really, and y'all already know if you watch my reviews. But anyway, moving on from that, I said, oh, his eyes got all big and, psychotic like. I said, oh, what's going on? You're going to bust a blood vessel, okay? Meanwhile, back at the college, she trying to delete Zeke number or whoever number, and Tariq come up in there trying to talk to her. You said if I ever needed some help or whatever to come to you. My sister's in the foster care. Oh, is that for real? What can I do to help? Oh my God. And then here come freaking Tate. He knocking on the door. I need to talk to you. I'm in here with a student. Okay, and I still need to talk to you like right now. Listen, Tariq, give me 2 minutes, okay? So she go out there, and he basically is pissed off about the police presence there. I said, what she can do about that? Bitch, it's an investigation. A professor that was in that same office that you are in now, he was the one that passed away. Okay, so of course the police is gonna get there. Like, calm the fuck down. Meanwhile, Tariq is up in there in that burner phone. I said, bitch, you still walking around with that burner, okay? And at this point, I was a little confused. Like, what are you trying to do? Because earlier we saw him, try to delete the text message from Tasha. And at this point, I was like, delete it. He didn't delete it. But when he was in the office, he went on ahead and clicked confirm. And then I guess he put it up in her desk so that Detective Kevin could find it there, because remember, they said that it pinged off of somebody up in Stanfield, okay? And that's what he told Kane. We gonna make her the suspect, okay? I said, poor Carrie. Now, girl, I wanted you to just get your sex addiction and track on track. I ain't want you to have to go out like this. They really trying to put you in jail for this, okay? That is messed up. Meanwhile, Monet asked when she was talking to Drew, because Drew, mind you, she didn't bake the cake. She didn't bake the cake and she was using the powdered sugar on the cake. I said, first of all, that devil's food cake, pound cake, whatever the fuck it was, it looked good. It looked good, okay? I still wouldn't trust her shit, but it looked good, all right? Mary J. Blige does not look like she know how to cook, okay? I'm just going to put that out there. But all right. Anyway, Drew told her about the little connect that Kane got. And of course, she in her feelings about it. And he was like, listen, I forgave Kane for the stuff that happened, but you need to learn to forgive too. And at this point, she needs to just stop being haughty and so stubborn, because y'all ain't got nothing else no other option. You need to connect. Okay, she go up there for the anniversary with her Lorenzo. And she was like, listen, I'm bored with this. I'm tired of this. Listen, I got on the same goddamn lingerie. Mind you, she was over because that car that came past was blasting Can't Stand the Rain again, okay, by New Edition. And then the person that got out was this woman. She was like, I said, oh, what you thought it was going to be? Okay, yo nigga, no, he locked up, all right? And he had to tell her about himself. Let me just tell you this. Girl, ain't no way in hell I'm finna be doing a bid with a nigga that's finna be up in jail for life, okay? No, we getting a divorce, okay? I still come there and put some money on your books time and time again. Not gonna say I'm gonna be consistent, because we can still be friends, but I'm finna move on with my life. I ain't finna put my life on hold for you, okay? And be up here frustrated and everything like this. She telling him about Kane and this new connect and Ramirez, and he was like, oh, so this is all over Ramirez? Now that ain't the point, okay? And I'm sitting here like, Monet, me and Lorenzo like, Monet, you need to get your shit together, okay? We need to connect, so go ahead and connect with that connect, all right? And I get being cautious, but girl, you're doing the most. You're doing the most. Let Kane in for right now, because you need him. So Monet went over there to go talk to Kane. Kane was up with that girl. She over them. Monet told her, listen, go ahead and get your shit and go so we can talk. Listen, you can't tell me what to do. Monet pulled out a bankroll, a stack. And she was like, okay, girl, y'all have fun with that. But basically, she was telling Kane, listen, okay, she tired of him lying. You need to understand that you got to tell me the truth. You understand that this family is our family, and that's it. And then you got to be off limits with Tariq, okay? Y'all in two different lanes, and if that's cool, we good, okay? We good. Now go get your stuff. And I was just like, oh, okay, that's all that it took. Interesting. Meanwhile, Diana, she goes over there to Effie, all right? Effie was like, listen, if this is about Tariq, because when Diana came up into that dorm room, Effie was like, who is this? And then Tariq said, oh, she ain't nobody. She's just a friend or something like that. Diana felt a little offended. You saw it in her face a little bit. But Diana was like, no, this ain't about that. I see that you go to school and you in the game, okay? I need you to teach me your ways, all right? And I was with Effie a little bit like, your mama got you under a tight leash, show how this gonna happen. But at the same time, they get to talking about what happened with the drugs, okay? And the fact that the mama, oh, excuse me, I felt it coming. I'm so sorry. The mom think that it's the old connect or whatever. Diane like, but I'm not too sure. I don't think that. Effie said, what you have to do is you have to look at all the players around you who is involved and see which one has the most to gain out of playing with the product the way that they do. And at that particular moment, I said, bitch, it got to be Kane. I was like, damn, I was off. Okay, at first I thought it was Trace. That wasn't it. Then I thought, okay, we put out there Rico. Okay, fine, that made sense. Bitch, Kane is up there with Mike Mecca talking about some with this whole bricks of stuff, basically saying that he did this, all right? He made it so that the person would have to come and be cool down with them. And so Mecca was like, who is it? Okay. He said, Monet. Monet Tejada. Oh, so you ripped off your own family? No, I'm helping their asses out. That's what's going on. I said, okay, Kane, I don't like the way you moving. I get it, but push comes to shove. This is what you got to do. What you think is the best interest of the family. Meanwhile, Sax go down there and telling Davis, who was looking at his brother's case, he in jail for manslaughter, first degree manslaughter. Okay, interrupts him and told him about what's going on and standstill. And, Tariq is on the dean's list or whatever, one of the advisor list in the whole situation. That piques his interest, of course, because they think like, oh, we finna get some more money because he might be having a case against him. Meanwhile, Sack said, but the main suspect is Carrie. He know Carrie. They all know Carrie because they used to work on the prosecutor team, And so he wants to get more information on her. And the way he found out, he was like, you fucking that bitch, Jennifer. You fucking the ops. I said, bring the streets in, all right? So now they got to figure that out. At one point, Tate was trying to talk to Carrie, and I was just like, girl, Tate, leave her alone, okay? Just, you try too hard. And let me just say something, okay? Y'all may get offended. I don't see what y'all see in Lorenzo Tate. And it's not me just being a lesbian, because y'all know I still find a lot of men attractive, but he cute, but he ain't fine like y'all be going up for him, okay? Same way I feel about Denzel Washington, the same way I feel about Idris Elba. All right, I just put that out there, okay? I know it's about to start some troubles with the girls, because I know how you girls like to tussle, but I'm just saying. Moving on from that, bitch, it's Rush Week, okay? Everybody out there on the quiet, it's the barnyard fire out there. Tariq, he still got the phone. I said, oh, because Carrie opened up the drawer, and the phone wasn't there. I said, okay, cool. What's the phone? He finally took the SIM card out and broke that bitch and threw it in the fire. And I'm like, why you holding on to the rest of the phone? Throw it in there too, okay? I mean, it ain't nothing without the SIM card, so throw it away. At this point, I said, nigga, you should have did that in the first damn place. Meanwhile, Lauren then accosted him, took him up there to the roof. They get to talking. They get to kissing and all this stuff. And he gets a message, basically that he got to go do something. She gets in her feelings, okay? He got to go link up with Diane, I think, or something like that. She gets in her feelings. She was like, every time something gets started between us, it's you always rushing off. Obviously, that should tell you that you're not that girl, okay? You're not that girl, Meanwhile, back at the Monet household, Drew up there texting with freaking Everett. I said, oh, don't start this shit back up. You finna get your heart broken. Meanwhile, Kane came up in there, and Diana looking like, Drew, so did Kane come to you or did you come to Kane? Diana is putting two and two together, okay? Kane sat down way too comfortably like he was not just gone, okay? At one point, Monet heard something crash or whatever outside, so she go look, and the garbage cans are tilted over. And I said, oh, what's that? And we see that McLean, he went to go visit Carrie. Of course, Carrie wasn't trying to hit nothing. Zeke then already moved on to fucking a white bitch that I feel like it's going to get him in some trouble, okay? I don't know how, but the way the cops, because, Kevin came in, talking about you about to go to the police station to answer some questions or whatever, and the girl was just filming or whatever. Don't you hurt him. Don't you hurt him. Are you going to take this to the Bulls? You going to take this to the Lakers? Or are you going to take this to the Knicks? Huh? I said, girl, what? Now, see, this is why I can't do certain people. Because I don't like that. I don't like that. But when she was filming, right, after they left, did you see the smile on her face that creeped up? It creeped me out. I said, girl, what are you about to do with that footage, okay? Meanwhile, Monet, she walking down the street. They in front of Junior's. I said, where the band at? Getting some cheesecake for Diddy, and Mecca is out there. Bitch, Monet and Mecca had something going on back in the day. I said, Monet got a fucking type. You got Ramirez, you got Lorenzo, and then you got Mecca. Bitch, let me find out Mecca and Lorenzo related somehow because they look it. Okay, they look it. Bitch, I'm sitting here like, what happened? What's going on with this? That was power, okay? This, so far, so good. It's catching my attention. It's keeping my attention, I should say. That's why the reviews are long. But y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode. What's going on with Mecca and Monet? Monet, leave that nigga in jail, okay? And get you a piece of Mecca. Make sure he on the up and up first because you got to get yours. Replace your dick, okay? I'm just saying. Anyway, I will see y'all later. Peace.